This is problem number 11 on the practice problems for quest number 1. For tax purposes, a company calculates the value of a car using the linear equation y equals 20,000 minus 4,000x, where x is the number of years since the car was purchased, and y is the value of the car in dollars. Part A. What is the slope? Include units. What does it mean in this situation? Write a sentence in plain English. Okay, so one of our versions for the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. And that looks awfully similar to what we've got here. I'm just going to shuffle the terms around so the x part is first. So 4,000x goes first, and then I'm going to put a plus sign because that 20,000 was a positive number. So now it looks just like mx plus b. So the m in this case is negative 4,000. Make sure you include the negative sign. And the b is 20,000. Okay, so part A says, what is the slope? Slope is negative 4,000. What are the units? Okay, so we know that the slope is a change in y over a change in x, which means the units are going to be whatever the y units are over whatever the x units are. So what are the y units in this case? Y is the value of the car in dollars, so the y units are dollars per. And then the units for x, as x is the number of years. So the units for x is years. So that's negative $4,000 per year. What does it mean? Well, this problem here is talking about the value of a car as time passes. So the value of the car is changing by negative $4,000 per year. So basically we just write that. But instead of writing that the value is changing by negative 4,000 per year, which is correct, it's maybe a little bit cleaner to not include the negative, but rather use a different word than changing. So if the car's value is changing by negative 4,000, then the car's value must be decreasing. And you could say it's decreasing at $4,000 per year or decreasing by $4,000 per year. What you can't say is that it's decreasing by negative 4,000. The negative and the word decreasing, pick one or the other, but you can't say both. Okay, I'm sure there are variations on that sentence that are fine. Part B, what is the y-intercept? What does it mean in this situation? Write a sentence in plain English. Okay, the y-intercept is highlighted up there in green. It's B, it's 20,000. So the y-intercept is either just plain old 20,000 or 0, 20,000. So let's be clear again that the first number here measures time, and the second number here measures the value of the car. So at time 0, the value of the car is $20,000. Oh, okay, so when the car was brand new, that's the 0. So I'll say when the car is 0 years old, its value is $20,000. And if you feel like 0 years old is awkward, then you can just talk about the car being brand new. When the car is brand new, its value is $20,000. Part C, when will the car be worth nothing? So I'll go ahead and rewrite the equation from up at the top. Negative 4,000x plus 20,000. So the word nothing implies a certain number is going to come into play. Nothing implies the number is 0. So the question is 0 the x or the y? Well, we've got to really figure out, again, what x and y represent. We're looking for the variable that represents a worth. So is x the worth or is y the worth? I'm going to come back up, and we see underlined in black in the beginning, y is the value of the car in dollars. So that's the one that we're after. Value and worth are, I guess, synonyms. So we're going to replace the y with 0. And then we'll solve for x by subtracting the 20,000. then divide both sides by 4,000. We get x equals 5. And putting the units there is probably a good idea. What was x measured in? It's underlined in blue here at the top. X was the number of years. So that's 5 years. After 5 years, the car will be worth nothing.